Hello guys, welcome to Frenat Farms. It's been a while since I showed you some fish farming videos on this channel, but today we are going to see one fish video in which you're going to learn a lot of things. If you've been watching my videos, you see one man that I've been bringing on my channel very often. He's here with me, so let's go to him and see what we are doing today or what he is doing today.
Okay, welcome once again to my farm. As usual, Akukwat Farms. This morning I'm experimenting something here. I'm putting catfish and tilapia together, and the purpose is I want to reduce the amount of feed I give to the catfish. So in this case, the catfish will feeding on the tilapia, the eggs, and the tilapia fingerlings.
Okay.
So I'm looking at how much money I can save in terms of feeding.
Okay.
Yes. Feed is very expensive. So I am trying to see if I introduce the tilapia. Now I first introduced the tilapia for some weeks before I added the catfish fingerlings.
Okay.
So as at now, the tilapia fingerlings, they've started hatching.
Okay.
Yes. So I want to reduce the feed vis-a-vis the weight gained by the catfish within a period.
Okay.
So to inform me that, well, so if you introduce tilapia for some weeks before the catfish, how much money can you save in terms of cost of feeding?
Okay.
So that's exactly what I am doing in this pond.
Okay.
So it's a mixture of catfish and tilapia.
So your intent actually is to let the catfish feed on the tilapia.
Exactly. So the tilapia is not the main business. It's the catfish that is the main business.
Okay.
So the tilapia is in here just to feed the catfish.
Okay.
Yes. So they will feed on their fingerlings and then their eggs. That's what I am trying to experiment here.
Okay.
So from look of things, the catfish is about a month now. When looking at the sizes, I can see that I'm making an amount of progress here.
Okay.
Yes, and so after 4 months, I will come back and I will give you the result.
The result. Okay.
Yes, then I can then recommend it to other farmers who are into catfish farming.
Okay.
The tilapia, they multiply very fast.
Yeah.
Yes, they multiply very fast. So if you put them in the pond, they can produce a lot of fingerlings to support feeding of the catfish.
Okay.
That's what I've realized, and I'm trying to experiment it to see
how it goes.
Yes, so I've reduced my feeding, the quantity of feed I'm supposed to give. There 1,000 fingerlings in this pond.
Okay.
Yes, I've reduced the amount of feed I give them to see if for a period how would the weight be. Okay. Yes, so if I take the same,
that is 1,000 in number.
Yes, yes, and then about 500 pieces of
tilapia.
They were introduced earlier.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, for about a month.
Okay.
So I gave them food for some time before I introduced the catfish. So this is what I'm doing here to see the amount of money I can save.
Okay.
Yes, in catfish production, the cost component is only about 80%. So if I'm able to save about 20% of cost, is to my advantage. Yes. So this what I am doing currently, as far as this pond is concerned.
Okay.
And I'm seeing results. I'm really seeing results. When I look at the sizes, that
as compared to the times that you were feeding them with the feed alone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So if I see the sizes, when they are 2 months old, I'll weigh them and see, yes, weight gain in 2 months. Then in 4 months, I'm praying that in 4 months they should reach smokable size.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they reach smokable size in 4 months, and I get about 800 grams, then I can conclude that really putting catfish and tilapia together in a pond for tilapia to serve as feed for the catfish is something that I can recommend for other farmers. So you stay tuned and follow Frenat channel. That is, yes, you should follow the channel, follow the experiments, and then when we conclude, then other farmers can equally
also
learn from this wonderful experiment to save costs on production. Yes.
So now the sizes of the catfishes is it jumbo or the
let's say it's now it hasn't passed the jumbo stage.
That's past the jumbo stage.
Yeah, it has passed the jumbo stage, and I'm observing them closely. If you can see, at least you can see that they are growing nicely.
Yeah, and how long have they been here?
Oh, they are only a month old. Because I'm saying that in 2 months I'll weigh them and see the size. So I pray that in 2 months I should get 40 grams. And then in 4 months, if I hit my 80 grams, which is the smokable size, then I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Then I can equally recommend to other farmers that the tilapia is all over, is in abundance. They are having in the wild. You can pick them, introduce in the pond first, let them grow to a certain size. Then you can introduce your catfish so that they feed on them. So the purpose for the cat to get extra feed. Yes, which will go a long way to reduce the cost of feeding. So you know, in agribusiness, what we do, you try to maximize a profit. So anything that you do legally to maximize profit, you do it. Yes, and that's not harmful. You do it because this is for human consumption. So this clean something is not harmful. Catfish feeding on tilapia fingerlings wouldn't be harmful to the consumer.
No.
Exactly.
So it means at the end of everything, you should be having your tilapia intact.
Yeah, they'll be in it.
But the little ones, the eggs and
the fingerlings, that's what they'll be feeding on.
They'll be feeding on.
Tilapia every 2 weeks they hatch. Yeah. So if I have 500 and they're hatching every 2 weeks, and they hatch in hundreds. Yes. So they'll have a lot of fingerlings in the pond. So
you'll not be losing your tilapia.
No. No. You can see they're also floating on the surface.
Yeah.
They are equally enjoying the environment. But the aim is to get their fingerlings to feed the catfish. And that is all. Yes.
So let's see the sizes of feed that you are feeding your animals with.
Yeah, this is 3 mm. I'm done with 2 mm. You see, they are growing very fast. So I fed them just about 3 weeks with the 2 mm. Then I saw that no, they can pick the 3 mm. So I've introduced the 3 mm already. That's why I have the hope that I'm likely to get my target within 4 months. Yes, because I gave them the 2 mm just for 3 weeks. Yes, and I saw that no, they could equally pick the 3 mm. When I introduced it to, you could see that they picked everything. And they are growing. Yes, so that's why I'm so hopeful, very hopeful that my experiment will yield a good result for me. And as I said, I just want to maximize profit to make some gains. So I am on it steadily, praying that it will work the way as expected. Yes. So 4 months, when I'm okay with my sizes, then I can then say yes, I've succeeded in the experiment. Then I can replicate it in the other ponds as well. Yes. Then other farmers can equally practice it. And actually, if you look at the tilapia and then the catfish, they are very aggressive in feeding. Yeah, so the tilapia cannot compete with food with the catfish. That's one thing I've observed. If you look at it, they've shifted. As I put the food here, all the tilapia have moved to the other end. It means that they're not competing here with
for the feed.
No. Maybe they may come and pick some leftovers. Fine. So I wouldn't lose a lot of feed to the tilapia. That's what I observed. When you put food here, the way the catfish struggle for their food, it scares the tilapia. So they move to the end of the pond.
So when do they eat?
So after eating, then they come for the leftovers. Yes. And that's why I try to grow them to a certain size
before you introduce
yes
the
I am
catfish.
I also want to believe that when we get what we call brooders yeah the brood stock
Yeah.
of the tilapia it's better to put the brood stock because of the competition for food
Yeah.
but the tilapia may not be able to pick enough feed. So introducing the broodstock of the tilapia first.
Okay.
The broodstock, those that are ready to hatch.
Those that are ready to
Ready to
hatch.
hatch.
Okay.
If you introduce them first, then you introduce the
Catfish.
catfish.
Mm.
So already they are grown.
Okay.
So if they don't get enough food, they can still hatch.
Okay.
Yes, that I've observed. So that you don't spend money buying food for the tilapia fingerlings. So you are trying to avoid cost.
Okay.
Yeah, so what you can do once you introduce the broodstock of the tilapia first, then you can add your catfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whether they get enough food or not, they can still hatch.
Okay.
But the target is the fingerlings.
Yeah.
So once they are hatching, then you are good to go. So there's no need going for even the fingerlings. But this is my first time. So once I've now gotten my tilapia broodstock now, then in my subsequent experiment, I wouldn't go for tilapia fingerlings.
Okay.
I only maintain the broodstock,
Okay.
maintain them, then they multiply for me.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what Mr. Akumi has said. If you've been watching my videos, you see that some time back, he had only tilapias over here and he introduced some few catfishes into the same pond to act as birth control for the tilapia, since the tilapias were delivering or hatching very fast, and that could have made the pond to become overstocked. So he introduced the catfish to act as birth control. So these are all experiments that he's embarking on or using here, and this one is a new experiment he's doing, and if it becomes successful, then as he said, he can introduce it to other farmers. So let's go and see the other ponds that he has over here. And if you have not watched any of his videos before, I'll leave links in the description box, and I'll also leave a link or an end screen at the end of the video. Yeah, keep watching and don't forget to subscribe to Frenat Farms.
Now this I have my tilapia now. And this big pond. Is it and tilapia likes a bigger space.
Okay.
They like huge volume of water as compared to the catfish. So when I transfer them to the bigger pond, I've seen a remarkable improvement in their growth. Yes. So that's how I was so they need a bigger volume of water to grow.
Okay.
Yeah. And the water quality too is okay now.
It's okay for them.
As compared to the previous pond, which is a bit smaller. Yeah, you see a lot of algae growing within a short time. A lot of buildup of ammonia within a short time. You have to take the water out and bring a fresh one. And as you do that, you alter their temperature. Yes, and they affect their feeding and their growth. Okay. That's what I've observed so far. But when I transferred them here, there's no problem. I've not scooped this water out. They are here, water quality is okay, they eat well, and you check the growth to see a remarkable improvement in their growth. Okay, so previously you had one or two catfishes in their pond to check their bed. Yeah. So this place, do you do the same thing? Yeah, I have some big ones in here, big catfish in here that controls the amount of fingerlings that is multiplied here. Okay, I was thinking because the pond is big, it will make a big space for them. For tilapia, you leave them in a normal circumstance. The breeders give us the trouble. Okay. They're supposed to treat the fingerlings so that they don't multiply. Okay. But in most cases, they fail. Okay. Yes. So if you bring them and you don't control the amount of fingerlings they produce, you end up not getting anything. Okay. The pond will get full in a short time. Okay. That's why there's a need to introduce the amount of catfish to control the fingerlings that they produce, so that at least, you know, the fingerlings when they produce, they also feed. Yeah. Yes, when you reduce them to the bare minimum, then the parent stock gets enough food to grow. Yeah. And in Ghana, everybody wants a big tilapia to buy. They don't patronize the smaller size. Yeah, it's true. So the aim of the farmer is to get the bigger size for the market, the table size for the market. Yeah, so if you don't put all those measures in place, at the end of the day, you wouldn't gain.
You wouldn't get the sizes you want.
That, yes, and people wouldn't patronize your products. Yes, so that's what I'm doing here currently. And I'm seeing a remarkable improvement in this pond. So far as tilapia production is concerned. Yes.
What about the other pond over there?
Oh, I have emptied it for now. I'm waiting for the water to come so that I can restock it. Yes. One day I observed is a customer just came looking for catfish. Unfortunately, I don't have. So if I had stocked in succession, it would have helped me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stock in succession. So before I clear this stock, another one will be ready for the market. So that I will not disappoint my market, my customers. I've just disappointed a customer and I can lose him. Yes, because he wouldn't know when I'll have another stock. Yeah, so I will also recommend to other farmers that it's better you stock in succession. Yes, let's say 2 months intervals you stock. So that before you clear a pond, another one almost ready for the market, so that you don't lose customers. Yes, so this one I'm going to lose some customers for the period. Somehow, who is going to go against me? And so for now, I will ensure that I now stock in succession. I always have stock in my farm. Great.
So apart from feeding them this morning, what else will you be doing?
No, as for fish farming, you feed them. After feeding them, so be it. Maybe you may clear some weeds around, some from time to time. That's all. So I say it's less stressful business. Very less stressful. It doesn't take a lot of energy. Within 10-20 minutes, you are down feeding them. That's all. So I've fed them. I can go to do whatever I want to do. In the evening, I'll come back to feed them. That's all.
So you feed them 3 times a day?
Twice. Morning, evening, yes.
So the other ones too that last we filmed, was that how you're feeding them?
Yeah, it was morning, evening.
Morning and evening.
Yes. But this, the experiment pond, at a point, I wish I could stop feed them twice. Because they'll be getting supplementary feed from the tilapia. Yeah, so at a point, I will either reduce the amount of feed or feed them once. So that they can concentrate on the fingerlings too. Yeah, but when they are full, they will not eat any other thing. And so at a point, I will stop feeding them twice. I'll feed them once or reduce the quantity of feed. So that they can also feed on the tilapia and gain the weight
that you expect.
Yes.
Exactly. Thank you very much. I think we've done enough. Come back for more.
Thank you. So thanks for coming.
Don't mention it. We have heard a lot this morning. This is going to be an experiment that Mr. Akume is performing on his fish farm here. And those who used to watch my video, or those who have watched some of my fish videos, before this time he had tilapias here and he introduced some pieces of catfish into the tilapia fish pond to actually act as birth control for the fingerlings that will be hatched by the tilapia. So this is another very interesting experiment that he's doing over here, which I'm also interested in to know the outcome. So you keep watching Frenat Farms, you subscribe, and in future we see how this ends. And apart from that, you can watch my other videos that we have, crops that we've planted and so many other things on the channel. All you need to do is to subscribe, and catch you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.